Had a little time this weekend to get out for an overnighter. So the weather forecast is not good, but right now it is beautiful out here. It's cool. It's in probably the low 60s, and I think it's supposed to get down into the 40s tonight, but supposed to be a lot of rain starting around 10 o'clock or so. So I'll have time to set up camp and enjoy a little bit of the nice weather before the rain hits. And I'd like to show you a little review of my tent when I get there. If I get to set up camp while it's still light out, I will do a little review of the tent that I used this summer on our New Jersey section hike. So we'll see you up the trail. Take care. It always feels so good to get back out here on the trail. I didn't tell you where I was actually. Look at how beautiful this is. Beautiful. I actually am out near High Point, New Jersey, and I'm just gonna walk a couple miles. I think it's like 2.5, 3 miles, something like that. I just needed to spend the night out here and get some fresh air. So it's a very short hike, but it's late in the afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock or so. Just a couple miles. I'm going to be staying near the Rutherford shelter. On my through hike, I didn't stop there because I didn't feel like walking almost a half a mile to the shelter off the trail. But today I have the time, not in any hurry, so I'm just going to be out here and enjoy it and check out the shelter because I don't think I've ever stopped there before. So, one of the few and might be the only shelter in New Jersey that I was never at before. I already ran into a few people because this is an area where a lot of people go day hiking up near High Point, New Jersey, and it's beautiful. There's some more people up in the distance up there, so don't want to disturb their quiet. So talk to you later. The great thing about hiking this time of year in early spring is that there's so much of this trail that you don't see the views on if you are in the summertime with all the leaves on the trees. But the whole time I climbed up to this ridge, and I've just been walking this ridge, and to my right you can see that's out towards Pennsylvania. It's just beautiful. It's hard to see probably on the video, but in person it's just very nice looking. So that's a perk of walking this time of year out here in the woods. And it's also a high bear activity time of year, so I'm hoping that I get to see somebody out here, some bears. But we'll see. Last time I was out with my wife, we got to see those too. So that could be as lucky as I am here. Let me climb up here and give you a little unobstructed view. Ah, look at that. There's still some color. And look at how beautiful. Very nice. I'll zoom on it a little bit for you. Little lake down there. I don't know what it is. I'd have to look it up. Fantastic. Don't let anybody tell you that New Jersey doesn't have its share of rocks and little hills. But if you're not used to being out here, you can see there's a bunch of these little climbs like this, and just enough to make it interesting. It's not flat and boring. It is wonderful. I am out past the point where I can hear any road noise or any other signs of civilization. It's quiet out here. It is great. Get out here and try it out, folks. Make sure your ankles are strong before you come out. These rocks will mess up your ankles if you're not ready for it. So I'll probably show you a view from up on the ridge somewhere. Here we are, up top. Still have the colors of autumn out here. A couple of pines over there. Wonderful. Nothing like some solitude. Beautiful spot. That last ridge was Pennsylvania off in the distance. Now this is New Jersey. Have another body of water to the left. Wide open spaces here in New Jersey, huh? Look at that. That's great. This is tempting to put a tent right here on this little ledge and wake up in the morning with this view out there. Wow. Look at this. This would be awesome. But let me see. Got a new camera here, so trying out different things on it. So you have to excuse me if I mess it up. But imagine that I could put a tent right here and wake up in the morning, and that is east that I'm looking. So if there was sunshine, I could have the sunrise right there in the morning. But it's not a spot where you're supposed to camp. So onward. With all the videos I've made, I'm not sure if I ever mentioned this before, but just got to the sign for the Rutherford shelter. I think it's about a quarter, not a quarter, 4/10 of a mile down. But I just wanted to show you, in case you don't know, the Appalachian Trail is marked only with white blazes, but side trails going to different places of interest, like water sources and shelters and you know, road accesses, things like that, they are blue blazed. So if you take a blue blaze, that's what you're doing. You're heading to someplace other than the trail. So in the morning when I'm heading out of here, I'll be taking this blue blaze back the other way, hitting the white blazed Appalachian Trail and heading back north. So I'll show you what it looks like when I get to the shelter. So this is the Rutherford shelter area. There's the blue blazes on the tree that I came down from. They have a bear box, they've got a privy, and they've got a shelter. And I did not, there's one of the guys waving, didn't expect to see anybody out here because it's so far off trail in this time of year, but we got a church group out here, a bunch of kids and their people who are with them. So it's I found myself a little spot off in the woods, but a nice bunch of guys out here. I think it's only guys, pretty sure. But oh, check this out. See what it says there in the tree? Oh well, what are you gonna do? They're careful with it. They got it pretty well protected from anything else. So it should be a good night. I'll show you where I'm staying. So that's where everybody's staying over there, but like I said, I was coming out here for some peace and quiet. So I found this little area. Gotta show you this. It's really nice. It's a little unmarked little path through the woods here. And there's some spots over on the side there you could put a tent, but I wanted to get even further away. So I'll show you on down here. There's even a water source, a little stream. So it's really great. Right down there is a little water source. But I'll show you where I'm setting up camp. Came down that path. The shelter is up there. Over here, got this nice flat grassy area. And I'm going to put my tent up over here on the right where it's a little bit of a high spot in case the rain gets too bad. Out to my rear, out this way, it looks like a real marshy area. I can see the tall grasses and everything. So I'm glad it's cold tonight so we don't get too buggy. Great little spot. I'm going to set up my tent and talk about it a little bit. Alright, so I did not carry this on my through hike, but when my wife and I were going to go on a little hike this summer, the section hike in New Jersey, needed room for 2 people, so I picked this up online, and it's a River Country 2.2. River Country Products 2.2. And I'm just going to show you real quick how easy it is to set up. I always leave the guy lines still attached to the guy line mounts and the stakes attached to those right there wrapped up. So then all I have to do is take 4 stakes, 1 in each corner, Okay, I got one here. What am I using here? I'm using the something or other Gopher. It's pretty lightweight aluminum. And I just put it through one of these eyelets on each side, on each corner. Can't do this with one hand very well. So, and I'm not carrying a tripod. So you stake out each corner. Let me get this going here. And there we go. One of those in each corner. And then I'll show you what happens next. And there she is, all set up. It literally takes about maybe 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 tops. So you got a trekking pole at each end. That's your support. Right there. Upside down trekking pole. Do your grommet. You have the guy line coming off of that, staked into the ground. You have the 4 corners all staked down. You pull it taut so you have a nice flat ground, a nice flat bottom. And then there's a guy line coming off each side and staked out like that. There's your trekking pole on the rear and the guy line going down. Trekking pole on the rear of the tent does not have a door. It only has one access point. Some people don't like that, but it's got great ventilation. It's a single wall tent technically, but if you look underneath the flap, it's all mesh under there, so you protect it from the rain, but you have that mesh on the front. It does not have a vestibule either, so some people consider that to be another drawback, but it's so spacious you really can get by without it. Let me open it up, hold on. Alright, there we go. So you can see, you can pretty much, I mean, my wife and I fit in here quite comfortably. It's not bad, and you can see the light coming through the 2 side vents. So that cuts way down the condensation in the morning if you don't have rain. And it's kept me dry. I've been out in the rain with it. I have really nothing bad to say about this tent. Again, it's made by River Country Products, and it's the 2.2. The 2.0 that they first made did not have the ventilation on the sides like that, so there were some issues with condensation. But this one, I mean, for 50 bucks, it's absolutely amazing. It's not an ultralight, but it's just under 3 pounds. 3 pounds, even if I was going on another thru hike, I might just carry this tent because it's so spacious and comfortable and easy to set up. Love it. So River Country Products 2.2 gets a thumbs up from me. Good morning. It is about 6:15 in the morning, and I woke up. It is pitch black outside still. It is cold. It's raining hard, so I am making breakfast in the tent. Got my oatmeal ready. Got all my coffee stuff here. So I'm gonna have something to eat, warm up a little bit, and then I'll be hitting the trail, packing up and hitting the trail. Feels like the good old days out here in the rain. So it's probably I'm guessing in the 40s. I really don't know. I don't have the thermometer on me, so. But it's a chilly morning, so good morning, everyone. Have a good day. Still dark out here. Coffee's hot. And the tent is soaking wet, but it is very dry on the inside, so I'm just going to pack up now. All packed up and ready to hit the trail. Just got to double check, make sure I have everything. Got my trekking poles over here, my pack with its rain cover over here. Ready to go, and it's starting to get light out. So it's a good time to get hitting the trail. Don't have to use my headlamp. I hope you guys have a good day. Following a blue blaze trail in this low light is tough. It's hard to see. There's some blazes right up there in that tree, but they don't stand out like they do with the white trail, with the white blaze trail. It's right here. If you didn't see that, there looks like there's another trail going off that way that's not marked, so could be easy to get confused out here in the low light following one other than the white trail. Got about almost a half a mile to go until I get back to the AT. Don't know if I'll be filming much today. The weather isn't really that great. They tell me this new phone that I have is waterproof. It's not going to be a problem in the rain, but I don't know if I believe them. But it's a beautiful morning. It just feels so good to be out here again, even in this inclement weather. Slept a little bit last night, nice and brisk this morning, and my hands are a little bit cold. Might have been a good idea to bring some gloves, but it's just good to be out here. And it's back to the solitude. The kids were just waking up from that church group, so I said goodbye to them. And they didn't even start wrapping it up yet. Looked like they were just waking up. So good day ahead.